taking that one. Mustafa taking the pot.
Chris, you look like you got sick of that, really.
Well, he who hesitates lose big pots, as you can see.
Well, there you see the look on Chris Bell's face. It says it all. He knows he misplayed this hand.
All right, 6 players remain here at the Hollywood Poker Open. We're coming back with more action here on the World Poker Tour.
Tonight's World Poker Tour brought to you by FullTiltPoker.net.
I went to school at University of Illinois in Champaign, and there's tons of other players from that area, too. Andy Seth, he just finished runner-up in the Bay 101 in San Jose. And then the legend, obviously, Faraz Jaka. He FT'd the Bellagio Cup and then the 5 Diamond. He's pretty remarkable at this game. There's no question that it's maybe the player I am today, knowing those kids.
Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. The Hollywood Poker Open continues.
Well, Faraz Jaka is currently the WPT Player of the Year, leader in points. And there you see another University of Illinois poker player, Ty Ryman, who finished 8th in this tournament. And Vince, I'll tell you one thing. I'd hate to have been in that dorm playing in that poker game. Wow, what talent.
Tough competition. And so at this final table, too, Carlos Mortensen, our chip leader. He's first to act right here. The Matador looks down at a 9-7 and folds. Ravi and Chris Bell also going away.
Over to Frank Kahlo, 22-year-old poker pro out of New York. Looks at King Jack of Diamonds, going to raise it, makes it 45,000 to go.
Into the former car salesman, Mike Mustafa, who's got a big hand, Ace King.
Yep, he's got Big Slick in the small blind, so.
I raise.
He's coming over the top. Let's see how much he's going to bet.
Quit the car salesman business to play poker. Been successful so far, and here's the raise.
Like 157,000 in total.
Jerry Payne out. Frank from Liverpool, New York, only 22 years old.
Yeah, these guys are second and third in chips. Not sure Frank wants to get involved with the King Jack here. And he doesn't. So he's going to lay it down. So Mike Mustafa taking down that pot by raising it up. And Vince, he says he's looking forward to taking his family on vacation with the prize money wins here, wherever he finishes. That's a nice thing.
So waiting for you to make one of your patented pushes.
Well, I shove on you, I'll have the blade every time.
Oh, if you would have did it, you would have been in bad shape there.
All right, and with that hand, the ante's going up to 3,000. Blinds 12 and 24. Action on Chris Bell. And he quickly folds a junk hand.
Over to Frank, he folds as well. Mike throws away the suited connectors there, the 8-7 of hearts.
And now it's on Jerry Payne, and he will not play. So around the horn to Carlos Mortensen.
Looks down at a big hand here in the small blind, 2 10s. But look at this, Vince. He just calls, does not raise, trying to camouflage the strength of his hand, and he's done so. Robbie says, okay, let's see a flop. He's got the Jack-9. And a Jack comes right on the flop. Ravi has taken the lead.
Oh, boy. Things backfiring for Carlos, but he's going to put in a bet of 30,000. He's going to be kicking himself.
Well, Ravi.
Ship it, Ravi.
Caps his hand. His buddy Ty Ryman says ship it. Doesn't have any idea what he has, of course. But he has top pair.
All in.
And he does ship it.
How much is that?
$2.99.
Carlos says, how much is that? Well, Carlos now going to try to
You're going to have a 5.
extract some information from him. Says you wouldn't do that with a 5, would you?
What's interesting here is this is Carlos in his, like, sweet Spanish manner, sort of sweet-talking Ravi. He wants to get information, and look how he's doing it so subtly.
You show me A4? That means no, right?
He's kind of whispering sweet nothings into Ravi's ear.
That means yes. You show.
I don't show.
This is beautiful.
He says he doesn't show.
Send him a little box of candy while you're at it.
So that means you want me to call.
Oh,
Well,
man.
he's figured the puzzle out, that's for sure. Because the guy would want you to call if he saw your hand.
I guess you have the checks.
Wow.
Carlos, Takes his time, analyzes things perfectly.
I can't show that one.
Flash draw?
Huh?
Flash draw? Flash draw?
2 pair.
I can't say.
2 pair.
No, he didn't have, but he had like Jack 7 or
Jack
something.
5, man. Where are you going?
No. Jack 7? Unclose? Just say unclose or no.
See, this is something I've forgotten how great of a
Something
sweet
like
talker Carlos is.
You have the Jack.
I either had a Jack or I had a... All right.
Uncanny how Carlos seems to know when he's beat.
Yeah, no, you at least got the club draw or you have the Jack. But it looks like more like you have the Jack.
Carlos?
It was only 300,000. Was 30 yellow chips. That's
It's
it.
like he gives players truth serum and they tell him everything he
Well,
wants to
Vince,
know.
as you know, to be a really great poker player, you got to have what we call feel for the game, and very few in the world have better feel than Carlos Mortensen.
All right, to the next hand we go. 3 folds in a row, and Frank Callo as well.
Again, Mike Mustafa picks up ace-king.
60.
This time he's in the small blind. He's going to raise it to 60,000.
Into the local. Jerry Payne, the short stack, peaks down to the queen 10.
Mullen.
Call.
Well, he's going all in. He's quickly called, so he knows he's up against it here. As the cards lie, he's about a 2-to-1 dog to win this pot and stay alive. And that's a quick trivia question. 2 poker players are Hall of Fame poker players from Dayton, Ohio. Who are they?
One of them is you, my friend.
Thank you.
Okay.
Who's the other?
I don't know. I'm in the middle of this hand. Here we go. Queen 10 versus ace king.
Well, flop comes 8-6-3 with 2 spades. So Mike's still out in front with the ace high. Jerry Payne needs some help or he's going to be our 6th place finisher.
I'm an ace of diamonds.
Jerry Payne gets a pretty good card
Well,
there.
7 of spades comes off.
You got the king
Well,
of
Jerry's
spades.
not crazy about it because there's 3 spades out there and Mike has the king of spade, meaning the queen of spade, the 10 of spade, the 9 of spade won't help him now. Must catch a queen, 10, or a 9 offsuit to win this pot and stay alive.
He's picked up
Adam Sandler clone needs some luck on the river. Can he get it?
Nope, the board pairs 7s. So that's going to do it for Jerry Payne. He's our 6th place finisher. And Vince, the second half of that trivia question is Chip Reese.
All right. And there you have it. Jerry Payne, living up to his name, picks up 88,000. And just like that, we are down to 5 at the Hollywood Poker Open.
My play's fine. I have less than 20 big blinds. He has to have a big hand to call me and did.
Mr. Mortensen, I might be able to bust you though.
Yeah, you're a Florida with 2 balls, man.
All right, Carlos, let's rock and roll.
Will the soft-talking Matador take this title? We're coming back with more action here on the World Poker Tour. Stay with us. Welcome back to the World Poker Tour. The Hollywood Poker Open continues. 5-handed action.
And Vince, it's great to be in the Midwest playing a WPT event, no doubt about it. We're in Lawrenceburg, Indiana, which is just a few miles outside Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cheers, pal.
Yes, it is. 5 players remain, and our chip leader now is Mike Mustafa, the former car salesman. But right now, Carlos Mortensen, the Matador, goes to work. He folds.
Yeah, for the first time tonight, a new chip leader, and he's from the Midwest.
Ravi also out, so it's up to Chris Bell,
I'm on 228.
who says all in with a pair of 9s.
Now Chris on the short stack, just moving in with the 2 9s.
It's up to Frank the Tank Callo.
And he picks up an ace high, Vince, and he's a little suspicious. Chris might be a little bit of a desperado here, making a move with anything. They think his ace high is the best hand, but he lays it down.
Yep. Chip leader Mike going out. So just like that, Chris Bell going to take down a pot.
Yeah, the poker pro from Raleigh. Finally stacking some chips up.
Chris Bell, 38 years old. 3rd WPT final table. He's always entertaining. But let's go back to this hand. Now on Ravi Raghavan.
Yeah, he looks down at 2 6s. He's got 450,000 in chips, right now sitting in 4th place.
All in.
And he's going to push all in, Mike.
Wow, big bet.
Chris Bell with ace-7, not hesitating, goes out, as does Frank the Tank.
And Mike squeezing off an ace. And then a 5.
No, bombs away for him.
Yeah, Carlos shaking his head. He's got the 9-8 suited, but
Robbie, the
you can't
first
call an
card.
all-in bet there.
Ace of spades, the first card. I had it. I mean, I'm like, oh my God, this was an ace.
My first card was an ace, too.
Was it?
Ace of diamonds.
So Ravi, the great online player, taking down that pot with a smile.
Nice hand, Robbie.
Yeah, just not fooling around with 2 6s, just moving in with him. Said, boys, if you can beat it, good luck to you.
And as you can see there, Mike Mustafa with close to 1.5 million. The Matador. Carlos Mortensen with about 1.2. Back down to the money pit we go. Frank the Tank first to act.
Well, Frank's sitting in 3rd chip position right now. Looks at a Jack 9 here. And he's going to open the pot in 1st position under the gun for $62,000 with the Jack 9 offsuit.
Yeah, he is starting to open up his game here. But right behind him, former car salesman Mike Mustafa with King Queen is going to call.
Actually quit his job to play poker, and that's a daring move when you're the father of 4 girls, Vince. 16, 12, 6, and 3. I can tell you that. It's not easy being a poker pro as a family man because there's so much more pressure on you to win.
But he's been successful so far. But in this hand, both Carlos and Ravi out. And Chris Bell's thinking about it, but finally folds an ace-4. So we have 2-handed action. Jack 9 up against King Queen. Who will get lucky?
And flop comes ace 9 5. So Frank out in front now with the 2 9s. Action's on him. And he is going to bet $76,000 and hope his opponent doesn't have an ace.
Frank the Tank putting down the double barrel of the tank.
Oh, Mike just staring him down. Just thinking to himself, you know, wonder if I raise this guy if I could take it away from him. Mike opts to fold and give the pot up. So nice aggression by Frank Callow. Takes the pot down for him there.
Being only 22 years old. Out of Liverpool, New York. That's just north of Syracuse.
He's played 4 WPT events. This his 3rd cash out of 4. That's impressive stuff.
All right back on it. Ravi this time with an uneventful Jack 3. Mucks his hand. Chris Bell also out.
Action back on Frank. He's on the button. He's got a 9-7 offsuit, but because he has position, he's going to pop it up here and make it $62,000 to go.
Just a 9-7.
Echo.
Mike out, but Carlos going to stick around with a Jack 9 of clubs.
Now Frank has got to learn that Carlos is a defender. He's just not giving up his hands every time. Well, flop comes Queen 7-3, so Frank has out-flopped him. He's now got 2 7s. Carlos has nothing, of course, and checks. And Frank says, you may be Carlos Mortensen, but I'm betting anyway. $73,000.
Carlos the defender, but Frank the Tank is the catcher at this point.
Carlos very capable of coming over the top here, but opts to lay it down. Gives him credit for having something, which he does.
And Frank's buddies, Frick and Frack, rooting him on.
Well, why not? Frank's on a roll right now.
I've only been 21 for like a year, and I've gone deep. You know, now we're here. It definitely will establish my name a lot more. Before, I was just like the random kid who, you know, just plays the stuff and just, you know, goes deep sometimes. But, you know, if I actually win this, then it'll say, you know, hey, this kid can play.
From Syracuse, New York, Frank Callow.
The combination of the facility that we offer and the partnership with the World Poker Tour make the Hollywood Casino Poker Room just a fabulous place to play poker. And we offer a lot of variety in terms of the games that we offer and a lot of variety in terms of the limits and the setting and the experience that we provide in our poker room just make for such a comfortable place to come and play.
Life is good here at Hollywood.
At Hollywood Casino, we deliver as good a poker experience as any casino in the country.
Welcome back to the Hollywood Poker Open. And Mike, you look pretty happy there.
Well, I actually had a good trip here at the Hollywood Casino. It is a lavish poker room, really as nice as any in the world.
You guys are all serious here. So we're only playing for $400,000. That's just 1 month's rent for Carlos. Mortgage payment.
I say let's play winner takes all. You guys, you don't win it.
I'd play winner take all.
All right, if we go heads up, we can do that.
Oh, back to the fell Carlos wanting to play winner take all, Mike.
Well, they're saying we're only playing for $400,000 here, so Carlos said, well, we can sweeten that. We can play for it all. But anytime you have a diverse chip differential like we have here, that is never going to happen. So it's just gibberish.
All right, to the table we go. Frank Callow has raised with a pair of 6s. And everyone